The Xperia 5 Mark II is a smaller version of the Xperia 1 Mark II. It's got the same narrow 21:9 ratio display, although it's only 6.1 inches compared to the Xperia 1 Mark II's 6.7 inch screen. While it's only full HD plus resolution, but the display has a 120Hz refresh rate. This is good for smoothing out the screen while browsing apps or scrolling down web pages. The phone's gaming software allows you to tinker with refresh rate even while playing games, which is a neat feature seen in few other handsets. The phone's USB-C port is on the bottom and the 3.5mm headphone jack at the top, which will let you charge the phone and listen to audio at the same time, which is nice. The phone's back is smooth glass with the camera block in the top left corner. The Xperia 5 Mark II packs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset with 8GB of RAM and either 128GB or 256GB of storage. This is a great CPU for gaming and photography. Everything will run smoothly. Sony says the device will debut with Android 10 software. The Xperia 5 Mark II inherits all of its cameras from the Xperia 1 Mark II. It got 3 rear cameras and single front-facing camera. The 3 rear cameras are all 12MP shooters, a main camera simulating a 24mm lens, and an ultra-wide camera simulating a 16mm lens, and a telephoto simulating a 70mm lens. You can record 4K video at 120fps. As usual, Sony delivers amazing picture quality, and rest assured you will get the best smartphone photography experience with this device. There's a single 8MP front-facing camera. Like other Sony Xperia phones, it's located in a solid black bar at the top of the phone. That means there's no notch for the Xperia 5 Mark II. The phone has the same 4000mAh battery with 21W fast charging support. The smartphone is integrated with a big screen of 6.55 inches AMOLED capacitive touchscreen. The screen of the device is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Reno 4 Pro has a curved display with 90Hz refresh rate and HDR10+ support. The notchless display is embedded with an in-screen fingerprint reader. This device is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G 5G processor, which is the world's fastest sub-6 GHz 5G chipset. Along with 8GB or 12GB of RAM, depending on the variation you are buying, this device delivers outstanding overall performance for opening and running applications, flipping through menus and running home screens and more. You can play most of the games without any trouble. Oppo Reno 4 Pro 5G packs triple rear camera setup with a 48MP main camera sensor with optical image stabilization, a 12MP 120° ultra-wide angle sensor, and a 13MP telephoto shooter with 5x optical zoom and 20x digital zoom support. The dedicated light sensor enables the camera to capture more light in dark environments for better pictures. The top edge of the phone includes a 32MP selfie camera with features such as RAW HDR and self-timer. You can record 4K video at 30fps. Pictures taken with this device usually delivers great quality in daytime. Even in darker light condition, you can expect to capture decent pictures. Oppo Reno 4 Pro 5G comes with Oppo's ultra clear low light algorithm, which helps you capture clear and colorful night videos. It is powered by an impressive 4000mAh battery with 65W fast charging support. There is a ultra power saving mode which lets you keep your phone powered on for longer in between charges. This mode changes your screen to black and white and shuts down all unnecessary features to dramatically minimize battery consumption. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition is a more affordable version of the flagship phone S20, and its motto is "For the Fans", which means it prioritizes cameras and display quality at a more favorable price than the rest of the Galaxy S20 line. There is a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate for smooth scrolling and great viewing experience. For this price, the S20 Fan Edition packs most of the best perks of the flagship S20 line: a Snapdragon 865 chipset or Exynos 990 for the 4G version, 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. With this processor and RAM, you can expect to have great fluidity when using any apps or games. The Galaxy S20 Fan Edition features a triple rear camera setup just like the Galaxy S20 but with different lenses. The Galaxy S20 Fan Edition features a 12MP main camera, a 12MP ultra-wide camera and a 8MP telephoto lens with a 3x optical zoom. The space zoom goes up to 30x. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S20 packs a 12-megapixel main shooter, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens and a sharper 64-megapixel telephoto lens that crops in to achieve a 3x optical zoom. Its space zoom also goes up to 30x. You can record 4K video at 60 fps. Up front, the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition has a higher res selfie camera at 32 megapixel compared to the 10 megapixel for the Galaxy S20. This makes sense because Samsung is targeting a younger audience with the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. Both the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition and Galaxy S20 share the same top camera features such as night mode, super steady and single take. The phone has a 4500 mAh battery, maxing out at 25 watt wired fast charging and 15 watt wireless charging. The Xiaomi Mi 10 Ultra is a big smartphone in every dimension. In fact, it's not far off from the Samsung's recently released Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. The Mi 10 Ultra is heavy and can be cumbersome if you don't have big hands and deep pockets. Xiaomi went with a glass sandwich design with aluminium rails and carved glass on both sides. On the front, there's a full-size display with a punch hole in the top left and a speaker grill above the glass. The Mi 10 Ultra is not IP certified, which is unfortunate. Other phones at this price point, particularly those from Apple and Samsung, offer protection from water and dust. Xiaomi opted for a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus 120Hz OLED panel instead of a Quad HD Plus screen. At this price, I don't think this is a problem given there are many amazing tech that's packed into the device. The panel is smooth and fast as well as vibrant with deep contrast. If you don't like the excellent adaptive color setting, you can change it in the comprehensive display settings menu. Brightness was quite good even under direct sunlight. The Mi 10 Ultra was easily viewable. The Xiaomi Mi 10 Ultra skips the fresh Snapdragon 865 Plus in favor of the regular 865. Either way, the Xiaomi Mi 10 Ultra is very fast. I didn't have a single performance problem in my week with this device. I played lots of games, took many photos and did a lot of multitasking. I just couldn't get the Mi 10 Ultra to stutter. I think it's fair to say that whatever you do on your phone will be light work for this device. It comes with 8, 12 or 16 GB of RAM depending on the variation. Camera wise, the Mi 10 Ultra comes with a quad camera setup. There's the main 48 megapixel main camera, a 20 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 12 megapixel portrait camera and finally a 120x ultra zoom camera. The Xiaomi Mi 10 Ultra takes punchy and contrast heavy images with a fair amount of dynamic range. This device seems to be able to capture white balance well. On dull days the phone took dull photos, on bright days the phone took bright photos. The Mi 10 Ultra's biggest photography feature is its zoom functionality. Samsung offered 100x zoom in the S20 Ultra, but the Xiaomi is offering 120x in the Mi 10 Ultra. I found the Mi 10 Ultra's night mode to be one of the worst I have ever encountered on a flagship smartphone. It struggled with flares, captured very little detail and was overall rather disappointing. On the front there is a single 20 megapixel camera for selfie duties. The Mi 10 Ultra takes some decent selfies, but there is a fair amount of skin smoothing going on. Selfie portrait mode photos seem to look rather realistic. The Mi 10 Ultra's video is average at best. It's got 8K video at 24 fps alongside the standard UHD 60 fps mode. There's also a 960 fps slow motion mode. On the surface, the Mi 10 Ultra's battery is an average size for this class of smartphone. It's a 4500 mAh cell in a device with 5 cameras, a power-hungry chipset and a big high refresh rate display. Xiaomi's software, however, works aggressively in the background, killing applications and optimizing power usage to deliver good battery life. The device charged from 0 to 100% in just 21 minutes in our testing. It includes 120 watt fast charging. It also comes with 50 watt wireless charging and 10 watt reverse wireless charging. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is the most advanced big screen phone so far because it's much more than a phone. It's a highly evolved note-taking device. Samsung has made its most elegant looking phone yet with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. The squared of edges combined with a sophisticated mystic bronze color give this handset a corner office vibe. The finish does a good job of resisting fingerprints. The massive 6.9-inch OLED Quad HD Plus display on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is big, bold and colorful. More importantly, this is the first Samsung phone to offer a dynamic 120Hz refresh rate. The display is exceedingly bright and is fairly easy to read in direct sunlight. When using the display, scrolling is super smooth and fast. You can always choose 60Hz manually if you want to save battery life. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra features triple rear camera setup plus a laser autofocus sensor. The camera array starts with a 108MP wide camera with a 1.8 aperture, and it's paired with a 12MP ultra-wide camera with a 120° field of view. The 12MP telephoto lens delivers a 5x optical zoom and up to a 50x super resolution zoom. The zoom lens delivers amazing quality. Every time you zoom into something, you will be surprised by the distance it covered and the details it captured. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra's night mode is good, but it's not quite as bright or colorful as the iPhone 11 Pro. Pictures taken with this device delivers stunning quality with great details and colors. The Note 20 Ultra delivered better results than the iPhone 11 Pro in close-up shots. If you want to record the sharpest video possible, you will be pleased to know that the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra can record 8K video with a 21:9 aspect ratio. There's also a new Pro Video mode that lets you control the focus, exposure and zoom speed. The 12MP selfie camera up front has a 120° field of view, which should come in handy for group selfies. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra benefits from a swift 9ms response time for its S Pen, which is designed to deliver more of a pen-to-paper feel when taking notes or drawing. It's one of the fastest Android phones around, and it's one of the first handsets with Qualcomm Snapdragon's 865 Plus processor. This chipset boosts the clock speed by up to 10% to 3.1 GHz, and the graphics is also 10% faster than the regular Snapdragon 865 chip inside the Galaxy S20. This processor is paired with 12GB of RAM and either 128GB or 512GB of internal storage. As you would expect from a premium flagship, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra supports both flavors of 5G. You will also appreciate the improved DeX experience, which is now completely wireless. Now you can beam what's on your Galaxy Note 20 Ultra screen to a compatible smart TV. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra packs a pretty beefy 4500 mAh battery, which held up well in daily use. It comes with 25W fast charging. It also supports wireless charging and 9W reverse wireless charging. It offers a best-in-class display, a better S Pen experience and a boatload of new features for work and play. The cameras are stellar, fixing the focusing problem with the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and the powerful zoom and Xbox gameplay give the Note 20 Ultra an advantage over the upcoming iPhone 12.